Hey everyone, so this is my first video. I've decided that I'm going to start a new game here on Banished. I am playing on, what is it? I'm playing the Colonial Charter New Frontier mod, I think that's the newest one. Or The Force Awakens, one or the other, I forget. Anyway, I'm playing on like medium plus, I believe, so it's medium difficulty, but as you can see, I still got horses. And my map, this is my, oh hey, it shows you everything here. Anyway, this is what we got here. My map seed, my town name, Volino. Very large, mild climate, disasters on, medium plus. So medium plus is, I believe it's just medium, except I get horses and some seeds, which I think in regular medium you don't. And I like to start out with at least a little bit of horses, or a little bit of livestock, and some seeds. Just makes life a little bit easier. So, anywho, this is my absolute first video. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've done some testing and tried to get the audio right, because it was really freaking loud, the game volume, compared to my mic. And so I tried to adjust that a little bit, so hopefully it is not too terrible. I'm sure, I guess I'll find out. Anyway, so we're gonna get into it here. I am in no way like an expert gamer person, especially on this game. I tend to get my ass kicked. So we'll just kind of see where it goes. Hopefully we won't have too many people dying here. As you can see, the game volume, hopefully it's not too terribly loud. It looks like it might be reasonable, but I guess we will see. So, first off, what do we need? We're gonna need, oh jeez, where am I? We're gonna need, I want about blacksmith. Oops, right off the bat. We're gonna put him, and I like, actually let's just, first off, before we get going, let's get up all of our stuff here. My event log, got a map here, which this is what our map looks like. We got fucking river with a little offshoot right here. And we got two little lakes down here, which will be good for later on. And we also build a lake over here. Build like some ships and stuff. I do have the, as you can probably tell, I do have the, like the weather effects turned off, because I just think it's kind of distracting to have those on. And we'll put this over here. And my limits goes right there. Okay, there. Now that we've done that, we'll go ahead and find that blacksmith again. I always like to keep two like roads to width. It seems to make life a little bit easier. Put the blacksmith there. We're gonna want a forester. Well, nah, we could wait on the forester, but we definitely want a gatherer's hut. Now, the problem is where, because we're stuck in between these two frickin' rivers. I'm thinking we're gonna want to eventually build west. So I think I'm gonna start putting these things over here. I think that would be an appropriate thing to do, but that means, unfortunately, right off the bat, we need to build a bridge. I wish there was like a too-wide bridge, because I like making my roads too wide, but the bridges are all one wide, so it just kind of looks funky. So they're gonna do that. We're also gonna need houses. And gatherer's hut. We're gonna put him pretty centered, like right there. Right there. Right there. We're gonna pause him for now, because I gotta get the bridge done first. As for houses, wooden house. We're gonna put, oh, we got 10 people, or technically 13 people. Also, I like putting spaces in between things. It's not very, space efficient, but it makes everything look a hell of a lot prettier. So we got 13 people, so that's 2, 4, and, oops. This is 1, 2, 2, 4, 6. And we're definitely going to put houses out here. With this guy. Out in these little nodes, I generally put people. I built that fucking wall. Put people like right next to places. And we'll put like 2 houses out there, and then we'll pause those. So we're also gonna put a hunter and eventually a forest node out there. Okay, so let's get this going, and we'll run it on 5 speed right now. We're gonna go build that bridge. We're gonna allocate a builder. And hopefully he will, start to do stuff. Is that him right there? Who do we got? Furman. Good old Furman. Building our bridge for us. So that's getting built. As soon as he's done with that, which he is, then we can unpause this stuff. Unpause, and they'll go do their thing out there. Also, roads. Might as well start with some roads. And we're also definitely going to need to get these horses somewhere. Let's do just like that. It's not very even, but what can you do? We could even make this 3 wide. Yeah, let's do a 3 wide. That'll be our main thoroughfare. So they're gonna go over here and do that shit. We're also actually we're gonna collect all resources around this entire little area here, not over there. And then livestock, pasture. Let's put the pasture over here. Put 1 space. Actually, let's do 2 spaces. Let's make it easier. And do this first. Oh, I guess I do have the weather effects on. Huh. Whatever. Oh, didn't do that yet. Whatever. Okay. So that's where that's going to be. 1, 2 space right there. That's where that's going to be. I'm going to do a 10 by 20. 20. And we want that right there. So I'll go ahead and do that. Actually need them to prioritize this gatherer's hut so we don't run out of food. So yeah, like I said, this is my first time ever doing anything like this. Did I build that right? I kind of wanted to do YouTube for a while, but just never really got around to it, and then I was always like, oh, it's such a hassle, getting all the recording stuff, and then me not knowing anything about it kind of makes life difficult, because I don't really know how to edit that well or do anything, so But I've wanted to. I enjoy watching Let's Plays a lot, and I also enjoy playing video games, obviously, or else I wouldn't be doing this. So I figured, you know, it seems like a good thing to do. I don't I don't really have a schedule on when I'm going to be recording or uploading or anything like that. I don't really know yet. I also do have a job. Are those right? So, of course not. Why would they be? So it's just kind of going to be whenever I can. I'll try to be pretty consistent-ish in doing it. That way, you know, if you guys like watching my videos, you at least have something to watch. I really wish that he would build this thing quicker. Can you be faster about it, dude? No, he's doing it. Okay. Oh, we're almost done. Good. Okay. Gatherers are extremely important. We're gonna pump him up. Whoops. All the way. The tools are also extremely important, which is why I got... Oh, we're gonna need a woodcutter. Which is why I got this blacksmith going right away. Which I guess I should do that. Because if you run out of tools, your productivity goes... It gets cut in like... I think it's like it gets cut in half or something. So it's like it starts a death spiral. You run out of tools, your people can't get stuff done as quick, you know, they can't farm, they can't do stuff, and you get less food, then people start dying, then there's less people to do stuff, then there's all death, and then everyone's dead, and it's no fun. I've had that happen plenty of times. So the best things, food, Gatherer's Hut usually does really well, blacksmith, very useful, but also in this new in the new update for this mod, they made it where you can't just collect. You used to be able to collect like iron off of the ground here, like this stuff. It's iron, and you could just, you know, take that iron and like one log or something, I think it is, 2 logs, whatever, and they make the tools. But in the update, they added, now you have to, you take the iron, the raw iron ore that you get off the ground, and you have to smelt it into more or less just like iron ingots, I guess, usable iron, which is somewhere, probably in here. See the small iron smelter, which needs furnace fuel, and the furnace fuel is somewhere. Small fuel refinery. This dude burns firewood. I think that's it. I think it's just firewood. I'm not sure. And it makes furnace fuel, and then the fuel refinery, or no, the smelty place takes that and puts it in some iron ore, and you get... What the hell are my people building? Can you... I need to build... Honestly, build that. Like right now. And then we're also going to have to collect some stone. So we are out of stone. That's why these houses aren't getting built. So, also, I'm not really, generally when I play video games, I don't talk, because it'd be kind of weird if I just sat here and talked to myself. So, it's going to be a little bit of a thing that I have to get used to talk while I'm playing these games, so that you're not just watching a video of nobody, or of no talking. So, forgive me if there are periods of time when I forget to talk, because that's no fun, in my opinion, to watch a video that's just gameplay with no talking. Okay, horses, you got a place to go. Go over to your little place. Where's that baby? There was a baby horse, and I don't see it anymore. Guess it grew up. Hopefully it didn't die. I'm also gonna really want these people to cut trees down so that my firewood cutter has things to cut, so people don't freeze, because that's never fun. So we got 2 more people without houses. They'll live there and do their thing. As soon as he gets this crap built right here, there they go, all running over here. Ta-da! We got 8 out of 10 options. So they'll give us leather and food as well once it gets up to the 10. Then they'll try to control it at 10, so if there's like, 10 horses and then one is born, they kill off one and butcher it, and then we get food and whatnot, which is always good. So they're out there. What's this? You really need to know this. Those 2 houses out there can wait just a little bit. And we'll see how long this goes. We'll see what the reaction is. I know, obviously, this is my first video, so it's not like I have subscribers or anything like that, but, excuse me, hopefully, eventually, we'll have people subscribing and, liking the videos and all that normal YouTube stuff. And then we'll kind of gauge what people want to see, kind of thing. I really enjoy these types of games. I play a lot of Banished, and I've started playing City Skylines a little bit more. And what else? I recently bought Medieval Engineers, which is a pretty fun game, although I really suck at it. So I don't know if I'll actually upload any of those until I get a little bit better. And also, I don't really have anybody to play with on that, and I think it would be a lot easier on that game specifically if I had somebody to play with and to help kind of do stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm kind of just... I play like a multitude of games, and then I end up starting different games and not being very consistent, so hopefully this will kind of keep my consistency up with playing games, so I'll actually like stick with it instead of like getting bored with games. I'm playing a different one. It happens a lot with Skyrim. I'll play it for like, I'll binge on it for like a month, and then I'll like kind of like role play it and be like, okay, well my dude is like this and blah blah blah, and then I'll kind of get bored with it and I'll quit playing for like a month or so, or 2, and then I'm like, oh, I kind of want to go back to that, and so I'll start up the game again, and I have no idea what I was doing, and what quests I wanted to focus on, and what my, the RP of my character was, and so I'm like, well, I guess I'll just have to start a new character, and that is why I've, never been past level 30 in friggin' Skyrim. Which is a problem. I've never beaten the game, although I know how it ends, but it's like, whatever. So, anywho, also the length of the videos, I'm not sure. I mean, I have pretty decent internet, but I don't know if it's like the greatest, so I'm not sure how long I'm gonna make these videos. I tend to like to watch videos that are 20-30 minutes long, so I would feel hypocritical if I posted videos that were less than the length that I enjoy watching. So I think I'm going to try to post maybe 20 to 30 minute videos because I think it'd be longer than that, especially because I want to post on in 1080p and give like the best quality that I can. Um, which I hope that I'm doing that right. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing with the recording software and stuff like that. So hopefully I'm doing it right. But the bigger the video, or the longer the videos, apparently from what I've heard and logically, it would just take longer to upload them. So I'm not sure. Maybe every so often I'll do like a special like 1 hour video or something like that. But I think for the most part I'm going to stick to like 20 to 30 minute videos. Just kind of, keep it simple. What's going on? We're going to get a hunting cabin out here. Probably like here. I'm gonna make these 2, definitely. So they'll kind of go out and do that. Each house generally has 2 adults, and then they got children and whatnot. So the easiest way, you want to have enough houses. Obviously you want to have enough houses for every person, but to get more people being born, you need to have enough houses for the kids to move into when they go into adulthood. See, like this guy, or this chick, Belina, is 7. Let's see if we can find them. I think they're all going to be roughly that age. Yeah. But before you build a school, the children mature at like, I don't know, I think it's like 12 or something like ridiculous like that. So at like 12 years old, they can like move out and marry and start to have children. Kind of that old school thing where people got married when they were like 12 and whatnot in the olden days. So you need to be able to have enough houses to where the kids, when they come of age, can move out, get a spouse, and start making babies. So you just gotta keep up with the houses. That's like the other main important thing, is you never want to go long without building houses, because people will stay in the house with their parents if there's no available place to move, and then they don't have kids and don't get married if they're still living in the same house that they were. And so then you get this kind of lull in your population to where when people start to die, there's not enough people to replace them, and then it's just a catastrophe, and it's like a death spiral, and it's incredibly unfortunate, and pretty much you end up losing the game because everyone dies. I do have disasters on, so that's another thing that might happen. We might get to see some crazy shit happen. It really doesn't happen that often. I've noticed. I was playing I have another game that I've gotten kind of far, well, not really far, but far-ish, and I haven't had a disaster yet. Well, I had a fire, I guess that counts, but it only burnt down like one house and a storage barn. I was playing one game like last year, and it was actually kind of cool. I started following a certain, like the main people that you start out with, like you get your little group of people. I had like written all their names down, and I started following them, or like 2 of them or something like that. And I started following their like family line all the way down, so like, which got really difficult when we got later in the game, where there was like, they had their great grandchildren, and every time they move out you have to try to click through each house and try to figure out where the hell they went. But anyway, I found them, and I kind of did that with 2 families and watched their family tree all the way down, and it was really interesting. And that playthrough, there was this epic tornado that happened, and it was so brutal. It literally just like ripped through like the middle of my town, and it ended up killing off one of the family lines, which was unfortunate because it was like one of the old family lines. Oh shit, I need to start... I get sidetracked a lot. I need to probably build one more house, just because, like I said, keep up with your houses. This could be another main line here, but not really. I don't... Nah, let's just build that there. Anyway, if you look up here, this is the number of people here. You got 11 adults, 0 students, 7 children. So my kind of rule of thumb is, since each house takes 2 people, or 2 adults more or less, you just kind of got to keep up with this number and try to be a little bit over that. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 available adult spots, and we have 11 adults. So this will make it 14 available adult spots. So you just kind of got to keep it a little above your actual adults. That way that when people become adults, they can move out and have more babies. And babies are good in this game. What I need to do is get that frickin', where was it? This. I need this small fuel refinery, and I need it now. We're gonna put it right there, and then right next to that, we're gonna put the small iron smelter. Now these things, they take up firewood, which kinda sucks because people need firewood to not freeze. But I guess, you know, if you just keep up on it, actually what I'm gonna do, a stone again, dang it. Collect that stone, and collect more stone there, stone over there, some stone down there. What I'm gonna do is up this to like 300 just to get kind of a head start on that. We're gonna put a stockpile right here. 5 by 3, yeah, I guess whatever. That way these three people can kind of use that stockpile. Oh, Belina just became a laborer. Where was Belina? Where'd she go? She moved in here. See, she's 10. So apparently the age of adulthood before you get a school is 10. After you get a school, people go from being children to students, and then they are students until they're like 16 or something like that, I think. And then they go to be adults. And so when you first do the school, you do have this giant lull in productivity, because instead of going straight from children to adults at like 10, you have to wait until people turn 16. So it's actually, if I build, it's actually kind of good to get the school in the beginning, but it's also kind of difficult because also in the beginning you really need people to be productive and whatnot. Why are they not building this? Get your stone, people, come on. It's just kind of like, I've never really got a great balance with it. It's kind of always been just a bit of a hassle when you first build that first school, because you have that lull, you know, for 6 years, roughly, or something, you have people not being laborers, and laborers are your like backbone of the economy, because they do all sorts of shit. They carry stuff, they go and gather stuff, they bring stuff here. See, like this building needs 25 logs, 25 stone. The laborers are the ones that bring that stuff there, and then once they complete it, like this one here, 20 and 20, 30 and 30, you see it's kind of got its little shit started. Once it's got its stuff there, then the builder comes and starts to build it. So the laborers are really your backbone. Let's see, we have 4 right now. Food is doing okay. We need a tailor as well. See, in the beginning, it's like a balancing act, because you need all these things, these necessities, like a tailor and a blacksmith and food and woodcutters and stuff like this, and those obviously take up laborers, and you don't have that many people in the beginning. And like this stuff, especially now with the mod, how you need to kind of have all these little things like a fuel refinery and a small iron smelter and stuff like that. those take up even more people. And see, I only got 4 people. This one will take up 1, that one will take up 1, that means I only have 2 left. This guy takes up 1, so then I'll only have 1 laborer left. Which is really why, oh, they just butchered a horse. You need to keep building those houses, because you need people to have more babies. Did she get a, oh, Belina and Ronald, 10 and 11. So see, they're gonna start having babies, which is kind of weird that a 10-year-old and an 11-year-old are having children, but I don't know, I guess they're just a product of their time. What's this? A fiber watermill. Ooh, that's cool. So we'll get into all that. Wait, what's that? A bed maker? What's this? A tannery. Ooh, and my other little thing that I was playing, I got a salt maker, a saltery, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't even remember. I think it's under mining, or was it? I think it's under mining. Is it this one? A salt works. Yeah. And it's actually pretty cool. It makes salt. I was selling it, although it doesn't really sell for that much. It sells for 1 unit of wealth per, so it's not a whole lot, but you know, it helps a little bit when you need it. We're gonna go ahead and collect all this stone. All the stone in the world. Go collect it. There's 4 people. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I've been recording for 31 minutes, 32 minutes right here, so I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to go ahead and save. New save. See, this is my other one, Jimisonville. Anyway, I'm going to save over these old saves that I don't play anymore. And I'm going to cut the video and try to do the uploading and all that fun stuff. So I will do all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. You know, likes, comments, subscriptions, all that stuff, very helpful. Comments especially, you know, tell me what's up, tell me what you like to see, if my mic is too loud, if the game is too loud, you know, all these things. I'm completely new at this, so any constructive feedback is much appreciated. Anyway, I will see you guys next time.